Hello and welcome back to not Wayne's Arcade World. I'm in the 80s style man basement. Wayne's Arcade World's right over there. But we are in the basement today for a little interesting different type of live stream. Give a few seconds for some of the regulars to hopefully pop in. Yeah, I got something very interesting to show you guys over here. Yeah. It's a little sneak peek. Give a couple of minutes here. Let me get my chats on. I see we do have one person in so far. Hello. All right. Well, we got one person in here. I got some of my regulars, Miss Tyler. One of you might be coming in soon, but give it a few more seconds, and then we'll start our story about Game Boy. Ooh, Game Boy, a little different. We haven't done anything Game Boy related. All right, well, let's get started anyway. See who joins in, but all right, so regulars to the channel might know my childhood home in Northlake, Illinois, suffered a catastrophic fire last year, and yeah, pretty much a total loss. We've been kind of going back and forth there once in a while, usually me and my dad picking up some things. I made one trip over there 2 weeks ago now, possibly one of my last trips down there, just to see what I could pick up. I mean, most of the stuff is gone or was kind of buried in a storage room upstairs. My sister and brother-in-law have been kind of going through that room upstairs, trying to see if anything might be interesting. I was kind of looking up a couple spots in kind of around our dining room, and you know, my family had kind of gone through a few of those areas and stuff like that, but something inside me is like, I want to check inside this cabinet, because I know they got some photo albums out of this cabinet, but I'm like, let me kind of go through that again. And on the bottom of this little cabinet was a little closed door cabinet, you know, kind of a waist high, you know, table thing. He had a closed cabinet and went in there and saw a whole bunch of stuff that they had missed, you know. So I'm glad I checked it. I got some old photos, some VHS tapes to add to my collection of various VHS tapes I have from my past. And then I find this. Much to my surprise, I thought this thing was long gone. I had no idea where this was. Yeah, this is my original case for the Game Boy. Yeah, this is my original Game Boy. You know, I had the Nintendo Entertainment System, and I had this thing, of course, when it came out, because I was a bit of a spoiled kid. But, yeah, I just saw this sitting in here, you know, and we're getting ready to finalize a sale now on this house, and this could have very well been lost to them forever. So let me show you the inside of this real quick. Unfortunately, it still has a sort of fire smell to it, so I'm going to be putting this thing away, probably back in my garage, but let me just show you the components here. We have an adapter plug thing here, the games, and of course the actual Game Boy. The cover is off this thing, the glue fell out, it's actually at the bottom here. But that's kind of irrelevant anyway, because unfortunately this thing does not work. Tried it with this adapter, tried it with batteries. I took out some ancient batteries, like very, very ancient batteries out of here, cleaned it up a little bit, put new batteries in, and nothing. This would now be probably the second electronic that I've recovered from Northlake that hasn't worked. This thing, and then a little portable TV that I used to take on my road trips. So the heat busted the boards, possibly, or just an old Electron doesn't work anymore. Could be either one. I'll never know. But this doesn't work. So I was thinking, oh, well, this is going to be a total waste then. Not so much, because of this little guy over here. So I think what I'm going to do is, because again, this thing, I've been cleaning it up and stuff, but it still has the fiery sort of smell to it. It's hard to get this stuff out. So this is probably going to end up going back in the garage. I'm just going to get these games out of here, because even though this guy doesn't work, this little guy seems to apparently be able to play Game Boy games. So a quick little backstory here. My friend Stephanie, shout out to Stephanie, although she doesn't really watch my video. She's one of my many IRL friends that don't really pay much attention to what I do in my channel. She gave me this Game Boy, let me get it right. I'm not an expert on this stuff. She gave me this Game Boy Advance SP. I don't know a lot about this stuff. After the Game Boy, I didn't get any portables after that. I don't know why, but I just never did. And along with it, she gave me some games. This was from her childhood, I believe. She dug out of storage at some point, or from her parents' house. I don't know, something. And I haven't even looked at what games are in here. I know there's a Donkey Kong Country or something here. But I don't know what games. I just kind of sitting. This has been sitting in my basement here for a couple of years at this point now. And I don't know what to do with it. But apparently it fits the Game Boy games. Yeah, so even though the Game Boy doesn't work, it seems like the Game Boy games still work. So I might be able to save this thing and save these games. And if this thing seems to be working in good shape, and it seems to be, it's charging up, I think, right now. This leaves a whole possibilities for future. Like, this is the first system I've had here in McHenry that uses cartridges. It's not one of these plug and play things. So Game Boy SP games or whatever, Game Boy Advance games, Donkey Kong Country. Like I said, I haven't even looked at what she gave me here. Mario and Donkey Kong. Apparently she really liked Donkey Kong. Harry Potter. Oh yeah, that's very appropriate for Steffi. And Super Mario 3. Yeah, I mean, this is future potential live streams, and yeah, I could find, these games now online, eBay, Amazon, probably. The antique mall, the antique shops. I know when I went to Volo, that video is not out. We went to the Volo Antique Mall. There was a whole huge section of old video games. I think it was in the second building. It was really cool. That video will eventually be coming out. Midwest Gaming Classic, or like I said, the antique. I have potential of finding games that might be of interest, and I could plug it into apparently this. So let me get you set up here real quick. I don't exactly know how I'm going to live stream this. It's going to be very awkward. I'm just going to try to, kind of do something like this. I don't know. But let me get this put away real quick. And then, yeah, this thing here still smells like a fire. So this is going to go back in the garage. Yeah, here's the Game Boy. I mean, it's in fairly good shape. I mean, so this thing was inside a cabinet, closed up, and then, of course, closed up in this leather case. I mean, it still has the smoky smell to it, but that protected it. But, I don't know. I don't know if it was the fire that damaged us. Like I said, one electronic that I was trying to save, it could not save. A little black and white portable TV I used to bring on my road trips. Not too far off a different size of this. It's in my garage too. It does not be able to work, so I don't know. Heat and circuit boards probably don't mix. So a lot of interesting stuff here. Like, I didn't totally remember what this. I'm super excited about this though. Yeah, Joust Defender combo. I forgot I had this. There's a lot. That's gonna be the kind of themes I forgot a lot about these. Some of these I did know I have, like Super Mario Land. And yeah, I could probably get these things for pretty cheap. Kirby's Pinball Land. Don't remember getting that. Oh, Wheel of Fortune. I know I had Wheel of Fortune for the original NES, and I had it for that too. Some of these may have been possibly the ones that we had gotten for like my sister or my mom wanted to, like this one is probably one definitely my mom wanted to have, Scrabble. She was really into Scrabble. You know, the actual real version of Scrabble. Uh Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Fall of the Foot Clan. I do kind of remember having a Turtles one. Okay, this I do remember also. Revenge of the Gator. I'm sorry the lighting is kind of really bad in here, but Revenge of the Gator pinball game. It's a pinball game. Okay, this I forgot. We have Qbert. And Mortal Kombat. And then Galaga and Galaxian combos. So yeah, and there might be more at some point. I don't know, like if there's nothing if I pull this up. Is there anything over here? Let's see here. Yeah, let me move over here real quick. And at least 2 of these do work. Oh, wow, okay. We got some more things here. So this is the cover. Again, this just kind of goes onto here. It just would be super glue, but doesn't work, so what's the point? So who remembers this? Oh, again, this also went on with me a lot of car trips. I want to make sure you guys can see this. The Game Boy Light Boy. So I'm not even going to bother trying to. Probably has. Oh yeah, it's got old batteries, but no point in worrying about that because the original one doesn't work. But yeah, a little flashlight on top of your Game Boy. So I think you just kind of do something like this. Maybe. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to go on. Now, it doesn't want to squeeze on, but here's the whole kind of idea. Yeah, so you have a little light. There's 2 little lights there on the sides. Incandescent, I believe. And yeah, it just kind of lights up your Game Boy. Yeah, because again, I also, besides my little portable radio, I had my little portable TV. Again, because I was really into picking up like local TV stations as I would travel through these towns like South Bend, Toledo, Cleveland, etc. Pittsburgh, West Virginia, and then also Wisconsin Dells too. So I'd have a radio, a Walkman, typical Walkman, my little portable black and white TV. I've had a couple of different ones over the years. And then usually some kind of Game Boy, along with my maps and all the other stuff that I showed, like in those Ohio bags. You can go back to my 2 videos I did about my Ohio bag. These are some electronic things I would carry with me too. So that's in here, and then don't really need to go into it. And this one's also, you can tell it's kind of burnt a little bit, but Game Boy rechargeable battery pack, AC adapter, some kind of owner's manual for the adapter, not really the Game Boy itself, and then a random instruction manual for Scrabble apparently. So kind of cool. I didn't even think about this being there. Forgot about that. I know I had it, but all right. So let's get this back in here. Nothing else, no other games. But that's kind of cool. I like this. Like I said, this is kind of neat because this now gives me some options. Obviously, I don't have any plug-and-play systems that can do, like, Game Boys, you know? So I'm just going to leave this out because, again, I think I'm not going to... This is going to go back into the garage because it stinks. Actually, I'm just going to kind of take it out of here because I don't like the smell. And it makes me think back to the North Lake house fire, too, and not really good memory of that. So I'm just going to move this thing into our little utility room over here, then I'll bring it out in the garage after we're done with the live stream. Nice case, just unfortunately it smells, and I tried a couple times to clean it out. It might air out after a while, but I've sprayed this thing. I walked it down with spray, with soap, and everything, and it still kind of can't. That smell does not come out. That's kind of the case of a lot of the stuff I have picked up. Which hasn't been a ton from North Lake. Alright, so we'll take care of that later. So now I'm going to get you guys plugged up and charged. Yeah, we're just going to play a couple of some of those random ones. Obviously, we're doing Joust and Defender. You can bet that. I mean, it doesn't look too bad. So this, again, I'm not an expert on these, Game Boy things. So I know at some point they had made a thing with like two screens. This is a very, very little tiny screen. But you can still see it pretty well. The screen quality is still pretty good on it. We can just turn this guy on here. So, yeah. I'm also kind of judging to see how good you guys... Actually, I think you guys can see it pretty well. I could move it up a little bit too, so that's not bad. Again, I could not do this without the tripod, believe me. I was thinking about some other systems and stuff and what I would want to do, and yeah, I knew that sort of thing wouldn't have been possible. Thank goodness for this tripod. This is coming in handy, so all right, I think we got to plug it up. I don't know a lot about this, because I know it had like a 2 thing with the touch screen, and on both sides that was... I thought that was Game Boy Advance as well, but I don't know. This is Game Boy Advance SP, or whatever. I don't know when this came out in retrospect to the whole series of portable stuff or not. But yeah, and yeah, she gave me, and this very nice little case for it here. Yeah, so yeah, she just ran across this and said, I know you like your gaming and your retro games or whatever. And she's been to our house before here, and she's seen my game room and everything like that. She just doesn't really watch it, videos or anything. I don't think. If she does, she's never told me she has. So, all right. So let's get. But she has come to save the day because, I mean, yeah, I could have probably found like another Game Boy system and for ridiculous price at Midwest Gaming Classic and that sort of thing. And I am going to Midwest Gaming Classic soon, so I might be seeing if I can get a decent price on a game. Things don't tend to be a super cheap price there, but all right. So we're plugged in, we're charging. Let's go. Excited to play some of this. Yeah. All right. All right. Wow. I don't think any of my regulars are here. My regular chatters. No one's come in to chat yet. All right. Well, let's we have Galaga up here. Let's do Galaga first. Again, I've only tested out 2 of these, so it is April Fool's, but it is no April Fool's joke that I officially am at 1.1K subscribers. I mean, there's really 1K is kind of the big milestone, so really after that we just kind of count in hundreds, I guess. I don't know, but we have 1.1K now. It shows on my channel, which just looks kind of cool. So yeah, kind of cool. I did not know that this was going to work. I thought maybe, but obviously these are a lot like smaller size than the Game Boy. It's like half the size here. So I mean, but it's the same width and apparently the same connectors and everything, and it works. So I was like, okay, cool. I mean, like I said, I had that Game Boy, and that's it. So I know nothing about this system. So, all right. We do have one person in the chat. All right. So at least someone's here to watch me game. So this is Galaga and Galaxian combo. Again, I will look to see because there is some sort of external plug thing or something like that, I think, in here. So who knows? Maybe there's some kind of connector that can let me hook this up to a big TV. I really don't know. And the screen is a little kind of dirty, but somebody going to clean that up. All right, Galaga. So let's see. Like I said, I got the brightness fully up here. So, obviously, the original Game Boy was black and white. I'm assuming that these games here that Steffi gave me are color. So it's trying to kind of putting things into sort of a grayscale. And let me pause this. I'm going to see real quick. Oh yeah, that's better. Turned off this backlight here, get a little bit less glare. I think that's good. And I know probably this isn't the best quality, but I just really wanted to show you guys. I've been kind of anxious to kind of mess around with this. You know, I was curious if the Game Boy still worked. I kind of was hopeful it would because it was so protected, but even if it didn't get hit necessarily by the fire, it just, maybe the heat just, you know, busted the little circuit boards. Everything is so old, you know. You know, there's not much that was electronic-wise that wasn't, like, totally incinerated. Just, you know, things that were kind of in little cabinets or closets here and there, and I don't even know if I'm going to be going back down to North Lake again, possibly. Kind of depends what my dad needs my assistance with, you know. And like I said, my sister and brother-in-law are kind of going through one last closet. They saw nothing necessarily yet game-related. Like, I'm kind of curious. Somewhere in that house, I had an old ColecoVision, and I don't know. It doesn't sound like they've run across that yet. You know, they might run across some of my old toys or whatever. But again, if the stuff's, you know, smelling like that Game Boy does, you know, do I really want it at this point, you know? But yeah, my friend Stephanie definitely saved the day because it's working, and it's kind of got a color tint to it, which, you know, obviously I kind of do have a nostalgia for the sort of the green screen of the Game Boy, and I very well could if again with the Midwest Gaming Classic, you know, they price things like, hey John Fritz, how are you? I haven't seen you in a while in the chat. Welcome. So, you know, with the Midwest Gaming Classic, the vendors and stuff, they'll sell stuff, it'll be wrapped up like new and whatever, but they sell things like you were buying it at Toys R Us, you know, price-wise, and it's like, I got really upcharged on that 1942. I spent a small fortune that I'm still not really proud that I did. I love my 1942, but not proud of what I spent for it, and it apparently was available on Amazon. My friend ended up the one that I'm going to be meeting up there this weekend. You know, he's like, I hate to inform you, but I found on Amazon for a lot cheaper. I mean, he was a nice guy, and, you know, he was very cool, and he was good communication, and everything, you know, but yeah, he definitely upcharged me. It was a lot of money. And yeah, I only did that because I knew it was a limited edition thing, that 1942, and I just kind of panicked and bought it. And that was the last Midwest Gaming Classic I attended. Game over. So, because I wouldn't mind getting another Wrecker Bear arcade toy looking. Hey, how you doing, Freedom and Fame? Yes, this is, so I can give you guys a little, I'll give you guys a quick backstory, you guys can reach it. So basically, yeah, this is actually a, let me get the light back on here. So this is a Game Boy Advance SP that my friend, one of my friends from here in McHenry, that I've known for a while, Stephanie, she gave this to me. This is from her childhood. So, but actually what I did, and I have it in the other room, because as you guys have probably seen, if you've seen my videos about my childhood home that caught fire, we've been kind of going back a little bit here and there, rescuing some things, and I found my old Game Boy system. So this is what I found. I went down to North Lake a couple weeks ago, and I found this. Yeah, Game Boy, and it's got. I do have my original Game Boy to play all these Game Boy games. Unfortunately, the Game Boy is not working. I've tried it with batteries, tried it plugging in. This was pretty well protected, but again, a house fire, it gets fairly hot, and it may have busted out the circuits. This is one of two electronics that I have not been able to get to work that I've been able to save. But I have it, you know, and I have the original plug adapter and everything for it, but not working. But what I've been having is, again, my friend gave me this little advanced SP thing that I've been just kind of sitting in my basement here for a couple of years, not knowing what to do with it. And it apparently, even though it kind of sticks out, it's a little janky, but it apparently plays the original Game Boy games. I had no idea. Don't judge me, but yeah, I after this Game Boy system here that I got when it first came out or whatever, I never bought any of these systems after that, surprisingly. I just had like the consoles and stuff. So this does not work, but I have this to play some of my old Game Boy games. So I'm pretty excited because, well, obviously, new content for the channel. And as I go to like antique shops and, you know, Midwest Gaming Classic and things like that, I can look for cartridges, you know? I can look for these cartridges. And if they're a good deal and something that seems interesting, I got new stuff to play here. So it's been kind of exciting. So yeah, let me just... again, I've been trying to clean this container off, but it still has a sort of depressing, fiery smell to it. And no matter how much you sort of clean this stuff off, you can't get rid of the smell, I don't think. So this is going to go back in the garage, but I'm mostly glad that I have the games, and I can apparently play it on this thing, which is in really, really great condition, to the best I can tell. So yeah, I'm just going to want to show you guys that. And yeah, I'm just testing it out, and so far, every game, even though the Game Boy may have gotten fried, apparently the cartridges still work. It's always saves. All right, let me see what we... Yeah, it is definitely a smell to get baked off. Not a pleasant smell, for sure. Yeah, I would say it's like a... Yeah, I would say, oh yeah, it's like a you know, a outside fire smell, you know, like, you know, you're roasting marshmallow. Nah, it's worse than that. Like every time I went down to my childhood house, I had to take like a super long shower just to get the smell off me. It was so terrible. But all right, let's how do I go back here? So that was Galaga. All right, let's do Galaxian. Yeah, but I'm gonna keep all that stuff. I'm just putting it back in the garage, and I'm gonna keep, because these games, a little bit of smell, but not too bad. Yeah, and it's kind of like a leather case, and it just absorbed that smell. But these are good, so I'm gonna put all these games into a safe spot here in the basement. Along with, like, she gave me some games as well. Mario and Donkey Kong. Yeah, these are... I don't know exactly when this thing came out in comparison to the Game Boy, but it's a little bit newer. It might be called Harry Potter. This is very much a thing my friend would like. So and then I could start. I could be, if I find these at a good deal, I can buy these two Donkey Kong Country, which is really like Donkey Kong, and Super Mario 3, which is kind of cool. Yeah, so I could find these at antique shops. Yeah, something if you want to ever check out too, Freedom, because I know you're kind of in the area, but the Volo Antique Mall, Building 2 has a really cool section with a lot of retro games to it. So yeah, anyone who's kind of in the Lake County, McHenry County area wants to go to the Volo Antique Mall, Building number 2. They have a full, huge section. I did a video. It's not edited or out yet, but a really cool section with video games. I might actually just go back there just to check that out. All right, so this is Galaxian. I haven't played Galaxian in a while. Oh, okay. I think I have a system. that actually plays. Oh yeah, let's why does that sound like Pac-Man for some reason? Okay, let me get this light. It's again not the best setup here, but I'm just kind of experimenting with the tripod here, trying to play this. Yeah, I really had no idea that the Game Boy would play this, but yeah, it's kind of funny. I don't know if it's because they were in these plastic cases, is that's how the games got saved, but the Game Boy, and again, the Game Boy may not have been because of the fire. It's obviously a very, very old electronic, so it may have just died, too. I don't know, but yeah. Yeah, so it kind of like the original Game Boy, it kind of was like a sort of a monochrome green screen thing, and it's kind of like a grayscale to it here. This is definitely not how it would look on the original Game Boy. I gotta have one of my plug-and-play systems has Galaxian, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I used to play Galaxian in the arcade a lot, I'm pretty sure. I mean, the sound is really good on this. Like I said, alright, so that's Galaga and Galaxian, alright. So, yeah, very cool. Alright, let's turn that off. Let's get another one in here. I do definitely have some theming going on with like the old. I've always been into the old classic games. that hasn't changed, so can't really tell. That's Qbert. We're gonna try Qbert next, I think. Again, so far every one I've plugged in works, so kind of crazy. So it goes in. You just gotta kind of put it. You gotta put it upside down. It's a little weird, but that seems to be how it goes in there. Just kind of, like I said, it sticks out. It's kind of jank, but it seems to work. So let's. I haven't tested this one out yet. It is interesting. It does show the little Game Boy. Hard to see it, but it shows the little Game Boy logo. Keyword for Game Boy, 1992. Presented by Jaleco. Oh, wow. Okay, so that's just how to... Okay, I think we know how this works. Yeah, okay, come on. Oh, he doesn't swear? Aw. I need the little Cuber guy to talk. It's not the same without him talking. No, now it randomly. It randomly goes between the like native resolution and like full screen. It's really weird. Just like switches back. Ah. Oh, there we go. Now he swore. Okay, cool. Good. He still swears. Also, another one I used to play in the arcade quite a bit, especially at my cousin's arcade, although I was far from a really good Joust player. I do okay, but yeah. No polka dot boxes here. Ah! Dang it. Definitely a little different than I remember from the arcade version, I'll tell you that. Oh, what do we miss here? Oh, it's over here, dang it. Okay, give me that. Ah. Ah. Oh. How many lives we got on this thing? Yep, that's it. Got a cool, so that's Cuber. Oh, jeez. Wonder who these people are. If these are generic names or someone just played it. I don't see Steffi out here anymore, so. There you go, apparently in first place. Oh, jeez. Bye. Cool. Keyboard for Game Boy. That's kind of neat. I like that. Yeah, a little different than our usual adventures in Wayne's Arcade World. I haven't even God, I didn't wait out world tonight. I did go in there to get my tripod out, but I didn't actually turn on any of the lights or anything tonight. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I mean, like I said, the Game Boy's fried, but these things, I don't know if it's because of the plastic case, but they're still relatively good. And for being so old, oh, okay. So this is the pinball. This is yeah. Let me. I'm gonna have to turn the light on. It's way too dark, and I'm way too old to read these little cartridges here. 40-year-old probs. So, this is Revenge of the Gator. It's a pinball game. It's your standard, typical, pinball game of that era. Don't remember a lot about it, though, but I do remember having this. Let's see if this works. Looks like it. Oh my gosh. Oh, holy crap, that music. Oh, that just hit me in the childhood feels right there. Oh my god. Okay. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, wow. Wow, sorry, man. That music hit and it threw me back like 30 years. Oh my god. Wow. There's sometimes you forget about something and boy, something will trigger it out of your subconscious there. Oh my god. See if I remember actually how to play this though. Okay, so the left arrow, well, any of the arrows of the left one, A button or B button does this. Yeah, that's about it. Oh yeah, no, this. Me being a arcade fan of the early, 90s and stuff, no shock to anyone, I think. And you obviously seen my arcade and a little bit of my arcade history, and this got a whole heck of a lot of play. These darn little cartridges still work. Yeah, need a little pride. I'm a little rusty. But oh my god, wow. Yeah, I may have played this more than any of my Game Boy games. Holy cow. The graphics definitely starting to kind of come back to me too. I remember those little alligators on the side and the little dudes up here that like their mouth opened. Yeah, oh this is. And then of course the big gator on the side, he opens up and I think he spits one of the balls out too, but yeah, and that guy when you drop it. Yeah, I might have to play this a couple times. This is wild, man. Oh man, that sound. Wow. That is crazy. Like I said, I don't know if my friend Stephanie watches my videos or not. Like I said, majority of the people I know IRL don't really talk about my channel at all. But again, if you are watching this, thank you, man, because you saved me. I mean, yeah, I could have bought another Game Boy and paid your inflated prices at Midwest Game Classic, but I'm perfectly fine with using this. And like I said, I have more options too, because I can buy some Game Boy Advance games now that I obviously I have no experience with, I got something else to keep an eye on the antique shops too as well now, so this is pretty awesome. Oh, yep, that's how you got, how do I remember that? You gotta, like, lift that flipper up in order for that little alligator or whatever to flip up to the next row. Somehow the mechanics of this game stuck through me after all these years. Oh, yeah. This is cool. Yeah, see, now that that case is in the other end of the room, it's in my utility room, I don't smell that fiery smell off these games at all. Like I said, I like that the case, it was nice to hold the games, but I'll I'll come up with something, you know, that'll keep these games safe. But yeah, I don't have any of that smell now, so that's cool. Like I said, I tried cleaning it off, and it might over time get rid of some of that smell, but it is just it's kind of like, you know, you have the nice, yard bonfire or whatever, but it's kind of that smell like after it's like completely gone out, and you just kind of just have that sort of smokiness, like all the wood's kind of dwindled out, and you just kind of got a mostly more just kind of smoky ickiness. Yeah, that's kind of a way for me to describe it. I am gonna play this one more time just because, yeah, I'm having a childhood feel moment here. God, I played this so much. Oopsie, and then, yeah, that shoots it up to the next level. Yeah, and something happens if you get it in their mouth, too. I haven't really had it yet, but it might be like a ball lock. Can't remember now. Yeah. Oh, jeez, way out of focus. Good, I apologize. I know this is kind of janky, so the focus is kind of stinky on this. I do apologize. Oh! Oh, yeah. Now I'm sucking. I kind of feel bad for my parents now because I can picture, like I said, I took three things, main thing. Well, I took my Ohio bag. Again, kind of go back to my old personal videos where I kind of discuss the Ohio bag in my maps and everything. And I had a portable radio and a portable TV. Get the local radio stations and the local TV stations in as I would drive through the towns. And I'd have my Game Boy. So my parents would have to listen to this song during during our road trips. I mean, maybe I had some headphones on. I don't know. I had headphones for my Walkman, so I might have had headphones for the Game Boy too. But I could imagine them being drove nuts listening to this while they're on the quiet road and driving at night and listening to me play this song. They never complained. Shoot, I used to watch TV shows and radio. Well, the Walkman I had headphones, but the TV, TV was just on a regular speaker. Yeah, I wish I could kind of show you guys. Like I said, I had a couple different portable. So the Game Boy obviously is fried, and I did manage to save one of the portable TVs that I have, but it's not working. That's why I named my buddy Todd Herbert, maybe to like take it apart, see if we can get it to working again. I don't know, but it's not working at least with the batteries. But then I would actually have that was like kind of a handheld thing, but then I had this little so it was a tiny little CRTV, like 4 or 5 inch, but then it was like a CRT cube. So that was sort of like the portable one was sort of like a LCD thing. But then it was the one I had, it had a handle, and you lift it up, it's heavy. And it actually had a full CRT cathode ray tube or whatever thing in the back of it. But I used to take it with me in the car. And, I'd hook up the big D batteries to it. It was a black and white thing. I don't know. I would love that thing. Maybe up in North, like in the storage room upstairs. I don't know whatever happened to that thing. I don't think either one of them would work anyway because all the TV channels are digital now, but that'd be really, I would love to show you guys that. The portable TV that I did save but doesn't work, that's in my garage. I'm not going to feel like showing you guys tonight that, but at some point I'll bring that out. Some of these are going to be a little longer gameplay, so I'm not going to do these necessarily tonight. So we have, again, let me get the light on for you. I did kind of run through these quickly in the beginning of the stream, but so what we've kind of gone through here. So we have Galaga, Galaxian, Bert, Revenge of the Gator. So that's our pinball. This one I'm going to play tonight because this one will probably take a little while to go through a full thing. So it'll probably have its own dedicated stream. TMNT Fall the Foot Clan. It's a full playthrough of a TMT game. This one too will probably dedicate is Super Scrabble. This may have been something for my mom to play because she was big into Scrabble. This I might do though. Wheel of Fortune. Let's do that. And I'll show you some of the other ones here. One of the most ones I'm excited about, actually, I'm kind of saving for the end. It's in the bottom of the pile, but it involves a game that I've been talking about quite a bit on my live streams that I don't have yet. So that's a little hint. But all right, let's see if Wheel of Fortune works here. Oh yeah, oh, there's some beautiful 8-bit sounds here. 1990. Some of you probably weren't even born then in 1990. Ooh. That is some special 8-bit sounds there. You got 1 player, 2 player, 1 versus computer. I would do 2 player for one of you guys were over here hanging out with me in Williams Arcade World, but let's do 1 for now, I guess. Player 1 enter name. Alright. Like I said, I kind of said at the beginning of the live stream too. I had the Nintendo Entertainment System, the original NES version of Wheel of Fortune as well. I also had the original Nintendo version of Jeopardy. I don't have Jeopardy in here for the Game Boy, but my Nintendo games unfortunately may have also been lost in the fire, but I'm not certain about that. I last remember them being in the version 2.0 of Wayne's Arcade World was in the basement, which, as you saw in my North Lake Fire videos, is now flooded, but that room had changed quite a bit over the years after I moved out, so I don't know exactly what they did with the Nintendo games. The only thing I know that I have is my Super Nintendo games. That ended up with me here in McHenry, but many years ago. Nintendo 64 games, I'm pretty sure, were lost in a house fire. They were in the family room upstairs in the North Lake house. Those long gone. That's where the fire started. So yeah, that's unfortunately not going to be saved. But and then yeah, I still have a couple systems like my parents' old original Ataris, like the 2600, and I think they had the 7800, and the ColecoVision, which I think were in those storage rooms upstairs, but so far, at least per my sister, has not been located yet. So, all right, so this is going to be hard to see. It's hard for me to even see, but all right, we're spinning. $200. I don't know how many rounds we do for just us, but we have a place, and we also have a time limit. There's a time limit up there, so. All right, we have a T. Get you guys a little closer there. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to see. It's not half bad on camera, though. Really not. I thought it'd be a lot worse. What do we get? Missed turn. Okay, well, we're the only player, so it's whatever. Well. All right, we have a T, we have an R. Any of you think you can solve it, feel free to leave it in the chat. Yeah, it is interesting. There is kind of a coloring to this. Even though the Game Boy was, monochrome or whatever. Ooh, second word starts with an E. Interesting. Well, that's got to be an O. What the heck? Jeez. I have 100. I don't know if I have enough to buy a vowel. Okay, are there any letters in here? It's gotta be some oddball. I keep on going like Ecuador or something, but I don't know. Freeze dead. All right, big one here. We need 700. Sure. I just really want to know what this is now. I have to buy a vowel. Well, it is Ecuador. But I'm not an expert in my towns in Ecuador. I think Adam Nulu was in Ecuador, but we don't have anybody left. Yeah, this is why they never accepted me on Wheel of Fortune. Because I stink at this. Q? Oh. Oh, Quito! Adam Rulu went to Quito. I remember that now. Yep. Quito, Ecuador. There we go. Oh my goodness. Alright, round 2. Oh, Jesus Christ. That is a... I had her one. Yeah, Vanna does look pretty good. I gotta admit that with you. The something stone, I guess. The blank stone. It's weird the top one doesn't have any other vowels in it. I think we did our all vowels. Am I missing something? I think in the original Nintendo one, I had either the kid version of Jeopardy or kid version of Wheel of Fortune. This is definitely not a kid version of anything. Oh, it could be like shy or no, wait, it's not shy. Sly. It's got to be Sly. I have no idea what the heck they're referring to here. Oh, Sly and the Family Stone. Okay, I have no idea. All right, I think this will be our last round for this, unless it's like the, the prize round or whatever, where you can like, win a car or something. But otherwise, I think it's enough for my brain this late at night, trying to think of this weird stuff that I've never heard of before. Yeah, I have no clue how many. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, we can actually go. Okay, so this is the host. This is where the host is going to spin this one. Okay. And then it's probably the prize one after that. All right. What do you guys think we got here? Well, some of you, my wife will probably get. My wife has always been good. She watches Wheel of Fortune. I make fun of her. I call her an old lady for watching Wheel of Fortune every night. But she'd be much better at this than I would. Most likely. There's got to be an I there on the bottom, I would think. Arian? No S. Just runs them all, don't matter. Jeez. There are no U's. Oh, we have an M. Interesting. Ooh. I still have no idea. Oh, nope. Nope. Okay, Harley. Well, we already did, yeah. Harley what? Harvey Korma. Okay. I have no idea, but I am going to go with you on that, bro. Harvey Korean. Okay, well, I mean... Yeah, I mean... I have not known the reference and not one single thing on here. Oh my god. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. I... Yay, we're the winner. Well, I don't blame autocorrect on that. I would have never guessed that myself. I've never. Well, thank you for that, man. All right, final round, guys. Feel free to leave your guesses below. Carol Burnett. Okay, well, I have heard of the Carol Burnett show. I don't know if I've watched it, but $25,000. Woo, I can use that right now. A fictional character. Oh boy. Well, I mean, I probably have a better chance at fictional characters than. All right, 5. I mean, we know what we got to do. R-S-T-L-N-E, right? That's kind of the rule. Oh, that is not a good thing. Holy yikes! I didn't get. Uh, hey, if you guys want to shout out guesses, feel free. Like 30 seconds here. Oh my goodness, what the heck? Uh, dude, God, I don't even know where to start with that. Let's. Ooh, that is I have no idea. I hate to be that person that can't even like guess anything. I'm not one is gonna tell me what it was. Phileas Fogg. What the heck? 4 things. I have no clue. I'm glad you know. Who the heck is Phileas Fogg? I mean, okay, maybe because this game's from the 80s. I don't know. Uh, I'll give it that. This thing came out in the 80s or 1990. There you go, 1990. So I was a little bit young when this game came out. Oh my god, that's funny. There you go. That's Wheel of Fortune. That's enough for my brain on that one tonight. All right, so this one I'm not gonna. I don't know. This one is weird. Like I was never into the Kirby games, but apparently have Kirby Pinball, so that's kind of cool. What else we got here? All right, so we'll do that, and then it is a pinball game. This one I'll save for another time. We have Mortal Kombat and Super Mario Land. Of course, that's one we got to kind of dedicate more time to. And then, like I said, the ones we have from Stephanie here: Super Mario 3, Harry Potter, Mario and Donkey Kong, and Donkey Kong Country, which is pretty cool. I have that for the Super Nintendo as well. Let's see, is there anything else in here? No, I think that was it. So let's just kind of put this away. Don't want to lose any of these games. And yeah, like I said, I'm gonna kind of keep these. I'm gonna find a good space for these two. But yeah, that container with the Game Boy kind of just has too much of a fire smell. Unfortunately, it's just not good. Yeah, I kind of had a feeling too, John, that was kind of some of that stuff was referencing stuff was just a little bit before my time. It's kind of funny, but like so, a lot of those are topics that are probably would not be like on a Wheel of Fortune today. I'd imagine. But it's kind of interesting to think back, think about what might have been a topic that they'd want to have in a game back then. So that's kind of cool thinking about it that way. All right, two more, and then the one I'm really super excited about right there. We'll save to the end. Again, if anyone kind of missed the whole backstory of why I'm doing the Game Boy thing on a Game Boy Advance, you can go back to kind of the beginning of the video, the live stream once it's ended. Basically, quick little 1 minute version. If anyone who hadn't joined the live stream yet, because I think you were in there, Ender Watch. Yeah, you weren't in there. So let me get you the thing real quick. So I'm still kind of making trips over to my childhood house, seeing what I can pick up. Yeah, most everything is gone now from the house fire, but I rescued this thing. I found this thing in a bottom cabinet. I'm surprised that no one else in my family had noticed it, but I found it along with VHS tapes and a bunch of stuff like that. Is Game Boy. Yeah, this is my original Game Boy carrying case. The carrying thing is long gone, but which included all the games, power adapter, and my original Game Boy, which unfortunately I think may have gotten either just destroyed with age. Oh, and there's another one here too, I forgot. So yeah, we have Super Mario Land 2. This was just sitting in here. I don't know, I don't have a case, but I gotta leave that aside too. I'll play another time. I tried this thing with the adapter and with new batteries, and it won't turn on, so it either just died of old age or got destroyed in the fire. Even though this was well protected, so this was in a closed cabinet, and then obviously closed up in here, it still has a horrific fire smell to it. I've tried to clean this off. So this thing's going back in the garage along with the Game Boy. It's not going to work, but a couple of years ago, one of my friends from in town here she just gave me her childhood Game Boy Advance SP. Said you can have it with my games. I think she got it like from her childhood home or something like that. I wasn't using it and just like, hey, you want it? I'm like, sure. And I just been kind of sitting at it here in the arcade and in my kind of just in the basement here for a couple of years now. And much to my surprise, because I didn't know a lot about this stuff. I had the Game Boy and that was it. I never had any systems after that. Apparently, you can plug the original Game Boys into this. So now I have some options. I could, at antique malls, Midwest Gaming Classic, which I'm going to. I can now pick up some new Game Boy games. I can pick up some of these Game Boy Advance games like she has here. So it's interesting. It fits. It works. Obviously, you see. So yeah, do a little size comparison here. They're like half the size, but they got the same bottom to it. So yeah, I can play that in here. So I'm glad my friend saved the day for me, because this thing does not work, and I would have to buy a new Game Boy at probably some inflated price. And yeah, that's the quick story of why I'm doing Game Boy. Because I wanted to test out, even though the Game Boy doesn't work. So far, all the games have worked, so that's interesting. I'm not sure why, but all the games have survived the fire, which is pretty cool. So this thing stinks. It's going to go back into my garage with all the other stuff from North Lake that I still have to go through, and also smells. So yeah, it's going to go back there at some point. Let's get through a couple more of these games here, and we're going to wrap it up for tonight. Yeah, I wanted to test this stuff out. I thought, well, I'll just do it on a live stream. that's not in the live stream tonight. So. And again, if anyone, I know I kind of mentioned in the last live stream, but anyone who may have missed it, I am going to Midwest Gaming Classic this weekend up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'm going up with my friend and hanging out with some of his streamer buddies. He's got streamer buddies from like Wisconsin area, I think. Real streamers, not a pretend gamer streamer like me. They're actually real streamers with like hundreds of people watching their streams or whatever. And yeah, I'm getting to kind of meet some new people. Maybe get some little networking and getting to meet some real life streamers. So maybe get a few tips. I don't know. So I had a pretty good group of people. The only one I know of, their channel name so far is Thumb Taco. The other ones I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't remember like getting this game because like I wasn't big into like the whole Kirby thing, but maybe I wanted it because it was a pinball thing or something. I don't know. Yeah, but let's give it a shot. I don't remember this game at all. Of course, I played the Gator pinball a little earlier, which, as you can tell, I have a lot of childhood memories of that one. And it's kind of interesting, again, for it being a Game Boy game, which was originally in monochrome. They kind of like made it nice, like kind of grayscale-ish, a little bit coloring in here. So I guess it like kind of just upscales it, you know, or something. That's gotta be. But yeah, I had no idea. I'm like, as soon as I knew the Game Boy doesn't work, I'm like, well, I have my friend's Game Boy Advance sitting here. I'm like, maybe that'll play it by some chance. And then I saw the size difference, and I started getting worried about the size difference, and it works. It's like it says, a little janky looking, but it plays it just fine. So very cool. A little cross compatibility. Can't say that for a lot of the newer systems, you know. Now if I could plug this into the Switch, that'd be pretty awesome. I wonder if there is an adapter for. As you can tell, I kind of stink at this because yeah, I don't know how to even play this, but yeah, I wonder if there is some way to kind of get like an adapter or something to get like Game Boy into the Switch. That would be awesome. Yeah, that's. Well, I guess we'll do it one more time. Kind of really stunk that up, but whatever. Yeah, this is one of them that I definitely don't remember having originally. That I definitely forgot about. Jeez. And you can sometimes save it. Well, we're not totally stinking up this time, so that's good. There's a little timer on the bottom right. I'm guessing it's some kind of bonus round or something. I don't know what we're supposed to do with that. It's like a donut or something over there. Oh, there we go. I gotta get this light turned off too. There we go. Forgot about that. Alright, so. Alright. Now the one you've all been waiting for, or at least the one I've been waiting for, and again, that is. Get the light on real quick. I have the name exactly here. Kirby's Pinball Land. Kirby's Pinball Land. This one I'm super excited about. Dun, dun, dun. I've talked a few times how I've wanted to have a system that would play this game, and I do not. Well, apparently I did. It was just sitting in North Lake. Yeah. And need some light real quick just so you can see this. Joust and Defender. Not so much the Defender part, but we have that's called Midway Arcade Hits, Joust, and Defender. I do not remember having this for the Game Boy. Very interesting. This is actually a black cartridge, and all the others are gray. I don't know what that means, if that means anything or not, but so I could still get that sort of that smoky smell. It'll make me choke now. We'll do Defender first, and then end up our night with Joust. I've already kind of tested this out a little bit. It's very interesting. The Joust part of it on a little screen. And yeah, every single one has worked. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's just A for Joust, B for Defender. I do remember Defender. One of those Atari systems that my parents had, I don't think the 2600, but either the 7800 or 5200, whatever system they had, did have this. My dad definitely enjoyed playing this. Okay, this is very interesting on the little screen. I mean, it's manageable. Not that I'm doing good at it, but it is manageable. Yeah, it's a little tricky on this screen. I'll admit that. But yeah, technically I have Joust now. The only thing I need now is Moon Patrol. Yeah, this is much more pleasing on a big arcade machine, believe me. It's actually a really cool looking game, but this little LCD panel doesn't do it quite justice. Yeah, right. I think you get the point. That's Defender. Let's finish off with our Joust, which also is very interesting. It's 2-player link, so you can like link between like the 2 Game Boys or whatever, I guess. This is not bad. It's obviously on a small screen. Also, this is very challenging, but for as much as I have played this game in my childhood, I should be pretty darn good either way. Again, I've kind of gone over this in previous live streams, why I played. It was kind of a me and dad bonding thing. My dad really liked Joust, and he really liked Moon Patrol, so we played that a lot. Like I said, I think it was on the 7800 or something, or 5200 or whatever, but there's definitely good childhood feels of that, because me and my dad bonded over this a lot. I don't know, like, I don't know if I would try to have my dad play this, because you gotta have even my sight. Getting in my 40s gets a little challenging to see this. Yeah, I don't know if my dad would be able to do this or not. But I still love the game. I still want to get this on a more appropriate system that I can plug into a TV at some point. But it's something, it's something that I didn't realize I'd ever had. I completely forgot that I had this on Game Boy, so. And I'm kind of curious now, like, what the heck this looked like on a monochrome Game Boy screen. The Game Boy monitor wasn't all that much, really any bigger than this. The game is over. I'm going to play it over one more time, though, but. And yeah, these sounds definitely hit a bit in the nostalgia for me, too. I didn't expect to get that much of a nostalgia feel from that stupid Gator pinball game. That was something, man. Yeah, I gotta clean the screen off a little bit, too. I'll do a little butt rub thing that it used to do. You catch it at the right angle. Oh boy. Oh, I hate that. Oh. I love this game. I hate that stupid vulture thing. Thing used to freak me out as a child. Hate that thing. Why are these things coming this early in the round too? Go away! And then it got me. God, I hate that thing. All right, come on, dude. You need to. Let's see. You need to go away so I can get away from this thing. It's hard enough to dodge these things and on a tiny screen too. This is one stupid bird. Get away. Get out of here. Oh my god. Ah. Ah. There you go. My Game Boy collection. And there might be more other games that got lost somewhere. I don't remember. I can't say for sure if I had more games on this, but none that I can particularly think about. On my friend's Game Boy Advance, so there you go. An interesting setup, but it worked. And I think it's fully charged now, too. Yeah, it must be. Game Boy. Very cool. This can play the Game Boy games. That is awesome. I'm really glad for that. All right. Well, yeah, we're a little over. Just hit 1 hour 40 minutes, so right about the average. So I think we're gonna wrap this up here. I gotta put all this stuff away. All right. Hello, everyone. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this little different live stream. We'll definitely be doing more of this for sure. This is going to be the last live stream though before Midwest Gaming Classic. Just so you guys know, won't be doing one in the morning since I did one tonight. I'll be probably just editing videos. Working a little on that tomorrow morning. Since I won't be able to do anything while I'm at the Gaming Classic, I want to get at least one more video edited if I can tomorrow. We'll see. So that's out of the way. And then I will have a new video released. Again, we're in the Disney series now. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking about it. You know, it's everything is so busy and going, and then you're playing the games, your video. I'm doing regular videos. It goes so quick that sometimes I forget to kind of do that. So I'm hoping I don't forget to stream, but I would like to do a little bit of stream from there as well too. But I do have to shoot the regular video too, so I'm definitely gonna try. So definitely stay tuned. Like I said, I have one video, another Disney video coming out Thursday morning, and then yeah, and then that'll be it until next week, and then yeah, hopefully some. I know I'm at least gonna do some shorts, and then yeah, we'll try to do a live stream. Again, it gets so busy, and then you're trying to play games. I got some people to hang out with, and I kind of forget. So the day goes very, very quick, and I'm only there one day this year, so Yeah, I don't remember how exactly she had this in here. But yeah, there could be, yeah, for the battery corrosion, it might be an issue. I can clean it out a little bit, and it might be the reason why my little portable TV didn't work too. I mean, I cleaned it out with like a little Q-tip before the TV, but like I might need to do more for that. So. Okay, so that goes in there, kind of nice. Yeah, that's good. And then, yeah, I think she had some of these games on the outside pockets there too. But, we'll mess around with that. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you joining me as always. It would be kind of cool to restore the Game Boy, you know, so I might at some point do that, but I'm happy I got something now that will do it, so. Alright, all nicely put together for the most part. Cool. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Have a good night all. Yep, sorry there. I get disconnected from you guys, but we'll see you later, John. See you later, Ender Watts. That's the most recent one, yeah. Freedom of Pain, if you're still there, thank you for watching. Alright, and we will see you guys later. Have a good night.